Hi, I'm Caroline, and for my video, I'm going to be talking about palm trees. So, palms in general can come in either a bush or in a tree. The trees are found in the monocot order of Ericales and the family Ericaceae. There are 181 genera and about 2,600 species that are currently known. Of those genera and species, there are 5 subfamilies, and they are the Ericoideae, which are your common tropical plants that everyone's pretty familiar with. There are the Calamoideae, which are primarily found in the subtropics. The Ceroxyloideae, which are found in the Americas, in Australia, and in Madagascar. There's the Coryphoideae, which are found in Australia as well, in New Guinea, the Canary Islands, Northern Africa, and in Asia. And the Naipoideae, which are found in the Indian and Pacific Oceans. And those are more closely related to the kind of bush palms. So they are mostly found on the coasts of those oceans. So clearly they're found in a wide array of locations. They primarily aren't found any further north or south than 44 degrees. However, they can be found in the Pacific Northwest and even as north as the UK in microclimates. And they've even been found on top of mountains at high altitudes. So with the pollination and flowering process, palm trees can flower anywhere from 3 to 40 years. So it can take a very long time for that to actually happen before they start to reproduce. They are sexually reproductive, and unlike most flowers where there are both male and female organs on the same flower, there tend to be different male and female flowers. They can be pollinated by wind, bees, wasps, flies, beetles, and even through hand pollination. So in the top picture, that is the actual flower of the palm tree. In the bottom right, that is actually a pollination machine, and it is currently working on the date palm that is at a farm for date palms. And they're just ensuring that the palm trees are properly pollinated to ensure that there are enough dates produced. And in the bottom left is again a date palm, and it's being pollinated by bees. There are a ton of uses for palm trees. The trunks themselves can be used for building material. They aren't as sturdy as most other woods, but as you can see, I mean, it can be done fairly well. They can be used for fertilizer, firewood, and even paper. And the oils that are in the trunks can be extracted and used for soft drinks, cooking, preservatives, syrups, soaps, resins, dyes, and finishes. And while there are a incredibly large amount of fruits that can be cultivated off of palm trees, these are just kind of some of the most famous ones that we all are pretty familiar with. So there are coconuts, dates, acai berries. Some can be fermented and turned into wine. Banana palms and even the oil palms, their fruits are used for palm oil. There are a lot of medicinal purposes. A couple of the ones that I found are with the date palm. Their fruits have tannins, so they can help with minor cuts, sore throats, colds, fevers, edemas, abdominal problems. The seeds can be ground into a paste and treat aches, which are fever and shivering fits. The roots can help to relieve toothaches, and the gum from trunks can also help with diarrhea and urinary ailments. Coconut palms, their roots can be used to help with dysentery, which is infection within one's intestines. And mouthwash and SPF, coconut palms, especially coconut oil that comes from them, is antibacterial and can help get rid of oral bacteria. And it is also has a natural SPF of 4. More medicinal purposes, the oil palms specifically, what I found was the oil palms in Africa. People are making ointment from the leaves, and they can help heal infected wounds. They are antioxidant, antibacterial, and antifungal, and it can basically just help not only for the wound to close, but it can help with preventing further infection and sometimes even kind of stopping and healing the infection that could already be there. There are many animals that use palm trees as a form of habitat. Birds in this bottom picture, there is the weaver bird, and as you can see, it's weaving the palm leaves into it almost makes sort of a basket. It's kind of cool. Um, there's reptiles, amphibians, insects, and bugs, and then a bunch of different monkeys. There's baboons, capuchin monkeys, orangutans, and even lemurs. Um, Palm trees can be used for biofuel. The most common is palm oil. However, there are plenty of downsides. There is deforestation, which leads to massive habitat loss, especially for all of those animals that I just said use palm trees as a form of habitat. Um, there are increased carbon emissions, not only from the deforestation itself, but from using palm oil as a biofuel. And it's also very expensive. In Malaysia, they use 5% palm oil and 95% petroleum diesel because if there's too much palm oil that's being used, it's no longer a good competitor because it starts to get too expensive. And lastly, I wanted to talk about my personal connection and my plant love story. Um, Palm trees hold a very high significance kind of in my life and in my upbringing. My mom and her entire side of the family were born and are from a tiny fishing village in Spain. And the name of it is actually Palmeda, which is Spanish for palm tree. And just scattered around the whole fishing village are just hundreds of palm trees. And the picture on the right is actually one of the palm trees. It's not a very fitting picture. There's wires and stuff in the way, but fits the purpose. And on the left picture, that is the baby palm tree that's in front of my family's home that we planted a few years ago. And so she's still growing. She's just a little baby, but soon enough, she'll be just as big as that one on the right. And these are my sources. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys learned some new stuff.